back to my channel. So today I have a haul for you guys, and it is going to be on some products that I recently picked up from the drugstore. As you guys are aware, this is gonna be drugstore week on my channel. I hope you guys do enjoy and of course appreciate these videos, because I'll be honest with you, the drugstore is not the first place that I think about getting makeup when I do want something, or when something sticks out at me. It's not a place that I go to purchase makeup, and that is just the complete honest truth. What got me really interested this time around is that the products were launched, it seemed, in the US and Canada at the same time. Usually Canada gets the drugstore launches a little later than the US stores, so it always pisses me off, and I feel like whenever we get it, I've already lost interest in it. After Christmas, or maybe it was New Year's, I realized that so many new products came out. I mean, there are some that definitely I was interested in, but I knew that it wouldn't suit me per se, like the L'Oreal Lumi foundation compacts, which I was so interested in because I absolutely love L'Oreal products, but I just knew that that wasn't gonna suit my skin type, so I had to kind of bypass that for a bit. I'm gonna go back to a point that I made earlier, which is that, you know, the drugstore is not a place that I think about buying makeup per se, and here it is. Ever since I knew myself, I've always purchased makeup from MAC. I remember being in high school saving my money so that I could buy a lipstick or a powder. My favorite has always been the Studio Fix by MAC. I think I used that thing for a good 10 years straight. I never tried liquid foundation for many years because the Studio Fix has just always worked for me. The drugstore is just a place where I feel like it never had shades that fit or suit women of color. The shades usually are very cool, especially the foundations have very cool undertones. They are getting better, but they are still not there. So that has always deterred me from purchasing makeup at the drugstore, even though I would get the odd, you know, eyeshadow palette here and there, mascaras, maybe a lipstick. But for foundation, I've always sought out MAC firsthand back then to get my foundation. The other thing with the drugstores right now, and I don't know if a lot of people are gonna agree or disagree with me, there are some prices at the drugstore nowadays that is not drugstore pricing. Like, I think Wet n Wild still has drugstore pricing. I think even Maybelline borderline nowadays has drugstore pricing. And I'm gonna get to the haul in a second, guys, but I think these are things that should be noted. But anyhow, L'Oreal is beyond drugstore pricing, in my opinion. And I know that, you know, US drugstores and Canadians are kind of different, but for just the basic drugstore brands, I think L'Oreal is beyond drugstore pricing, and I think Maybelline is getting there. Maybelline used to be that brand that has always been so affordable, but even them, I find, especially with their new launches, they can just continue to hike the prices up. And there's no one there to help you. A lot of the products, a lot of the times, are open. There are no testers. You have to guess your shade. So it sometimes can even be more expensive to purchase at the drugstore than if you would just save up a little bit more. For those people that buy it for budget friendliness purposes, sometimes it ends up costing you more than if you had just gone somewhere like MAC or Sephora, get yourself color matched, test out the foundation, and have that guarantee that if it doesn't work for you, you can always bring it back with your receipt and get exactly what you want. As much as I feel like drugstore prices are getting more and more expensive, I feel like the service is just not there to warrant the pricing sometimes. And also the service, like, do you ever see someone in a drugstore helping someone to shade match? There's no one there to help you. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think. At least those are just my gripes about it. The shades you know, are off most of the time. They don't have much for women of color. And then of course, if you end up purchasing it, it sometimes doesn't work for you. And a lot of the times you're not able to return it. Without further ado, let me jump into the things that at least caught my attention. Okay, so let me start off with this product here, which is by far, I think, the product that I'm most excited about. This is the Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. The moment I saw this, even though when I did see it at my Walmart, they didn't have my shade, so I had to wait for it to go to Shoppers Drug Mart for me to be able to pick my shade up, and the one that I got was 92 Caramel. They do have, I think, a number 90, because for those people that are about my complexion, this is gonna be a little bit dark for you. However, the one up is very pink and it is a beige shade. I did get number 92 Caramel. Mind you, I have not tried or done anything with this foundation since I've had it. I am going to be filming a first impressions on it. And I don't know, I feel like this is such a new thing because it says soft matte, so it's not completely matte, but it's also hydrating at the same time. So it's sort of like an oxymoron with a foundation to be matte and hydrating at the same time. So I honestly just want to try it and for us to experience it together and do sort of like a wear test. So even though I've been having these things for probably maybe 2 weeks now, I just have not tried this foundation. It's just been sitting here just so that I can do a first impressions on it. The next product is the Maybelline Prime and Matte Long Lasting Shadow Base. That's what that looks like. This is pretty much, as it says, a eyeshadow primer. I will say that this caught my attention because I feel like eyeshadow bases is something that is definitely missing from the drugstore, you know, lineup. I always go back to my NYX. That's what it looks like blended out. And it feels very matte. I can definitely see this, you know, being something that could, you know, grab eyeshadows to it. So we'll see when I do film this tutorial how things layer on top of it and how eyeshadows blend, you know, with that as a base. Next from Maybelline is this palette called the Master Contour Face Contouring Kit. That is what that one looks like, and I ended up getting medium to deep, yeah. It does come with a little brush, which, I mean, there's no way that this is going to do anything for your face, but I would definitely say that it would make a nice, you know, nose contour brush. It is sort of like a angled brush, so I mean, I will find something to do with that brush. I definitely won't say that I would use it for my face. But anyhow, this is what the palette looks like. And this is separated, so it is labeled, you know, contour, blush, and highlight, which I absolutely love. And I've heard such good things about these as well. I think I did hear that the blush in this particular palette resembles NARS Orgasm. Which, I don't know, this is another thing too that I think is missing from North America's drugstore lineup, are good contour shades. Let me see what this blush looks like. I mean, it's pretty pigmented. I didn't do like a very, you know, like I applied it how I would apply a blush, but that's what that one looks like. And let me see the highlight, which is, you know, I would definitely say the products though, they're very soft. They're not like very hard pressed. I don't know if you guys could see that, but that one is right there. And of course the contour shade looks amazing. I'll be honest. It definitely looks like a medium to, medium to dark shade, which is not showing too much. Well, you guys could definitely see that there. So we'll see how this one works on the skin. Next, I'm gonna just mention this quickly, even though it's not new and I actually didn't like it very much because I used it today on my eyes and I just had the hardest time building and blending this eyeshadow palette. It is the Revlon Colorstay Not Just Nudes palette. Oh yeah, so this one is the O2 Romantic Nudes. I think they have one that is more of a neutral type of shade. That's what that one looks like. And as I said, I try to use it today because I thought that the fact that it said Colorstay was very intriguing to me, because L'Oreal makes those infallible eyeshadows that I absolutely am obsessed with. These, unfortunately, were just, it's not worth your money. Like, don't even look at that one. And it was pretty pricey. I think that one retails for about $25.99 or something like that. So yeah, pretty expensive. Okay, so next I'm also going to talk about another highlighter that I picked up. This one is also by Revlon. It is the O10 Peach Glow. That's what the package looks like. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I don't know if this is new or not. I know that there was a display with this shade and a few, maybe 2 other products from Revlon, but I am not sure if this is a completely brand new product. But as you guys could see, it is definitely a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous peachy type of highlight. And of course there's 5 strips in it, but when I swirl it together, you know, it's giving me a very nice golden peachy glow. I will say this is not something that is going to make you like bling. I would attune this to sort of like a frosty or a more glowy blush. If you're looking for something that's definitely going to give you like a very, very highlighty look, it's right there. Like a very highlighty look, this is definitely not something that I would reach for. I would say that the highlighter from the Maybelline face contour kit is more of a truer highlight. Okay, I am gonna also mention this to you guys. This one is one of the Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid. It just says Vivid Matte Liquid. Oh, okay. It's a liquid lipstick. This is not a liquid lipstick. And oh, you know what I also did? I swatched the L'Oreal Infallible one. I think they have some also liquid lipstick type products coming out, and those did not dry. And I mean, the billboard for the L'Oreal one is absolutely beautiful. Like, that lip looked smooth, velvet, matte. Like, if you were supposed to judge that product based on the billboard, that billboard is just selling it. But I put it on, I continued shopping, and it just never dried. I mean, 20 minutes into it, it never dried. These also too does not dry. I mean, you are looking at pretty much a liquid lipstick. I think they should just take the matte out of it and just leave it as even maybe a pigmented gloss. But the one that I have is number 10 in Nude Flush. It's sort of like a pinky nude color, which I don't know, it's very pigmented, but I know that this is not going to dry matte anytime soon. Okay, let's move on to brows. L'Oreal also released some new brow products, and I was just so taken in by this product. It is the Brow Stylist Definer. And of course, when you see this, it reminds you of the Anastasia Beverly Hills, you know, her skinny brow pencil, which I think those retail for about 26 Canadian. I have not tried this one yet, but I'm so curious to see. Okay, the other thing I always want to ask you guys is this, because I feel like I'm the person that instead of buying this product for $15 or $16 or close to $20 with tax, would you rather put the extra $10 on it and be able to shop in a place where you can test and swatch and get help and have that guarantee that you can return it if you want to? Or do you think that it warrants getting this product, say, even if it's on sale for 10 bucks? You know, like, how do you guys shop? Because I feel like I'm the person that would pay that extra just to know that I'm getting a good product than to be second guessing the color and not knowing if it's gonna work or not. So yeah, leave me your comment down below. Anyhow, I got the shade 389 Brunette And let me find a place to swatch. Oh, okay, I like the shade. Brunette, I feel like it's actually a lot darker than you would expect. So if you guys are going to get this product, and I think Brunette is definitely that color that even if you're really, really darker in complexion, this is a product that's gonna work for you. I know they had 3 shades of this one. They had a brunette, a dark brunette, and also a blonde maybe, but there are 3 shades in these pencil. Okay, let's move on to a couple other things, some eyeshadows. L'Oreal once again released some single eyeshadows. They are called, what is this one called? L'Oreal Color Riche eyeshadow. The one that I ended up getting is in the shade 211 Grand Bleu. Sorry, 211 Grand Bleu, and it is the blue shade. Okay guys, so the display for these grabbed me, obviously. I love L'Oreal products. I'm obsessed with their infallible eyeshadows, those little pots. I think those retail in the US for $8.99 because I did purchase some there. But here in Canada, they can be as expensive as $15 per eyeshadow. But I'm gonna say the craziest thing, they are so worth it. Those are eyeshadows that are so worth it. When I was swatching these, I just was not I wasn't excited, and it's not so much the formula of the product, it's just the color range. This blue is just everything to me right now. It's just such a beautiful color. The other colors that they had in the range, I felt like were just not warm, and they just look very gray and just not colors that I would reach for. They did have a neutral goldy bronze that looked pretty, but how many goldy bronze eyeshadows do you really need? This is what this shade looks like. I mean, this is just such a stunning blue shade, and oh, this is so pretty. The formula of it, I would say, is, okay, so this blue is not even swatching like the best. So this is my 3rd go in it. That's what that looks like. It is very creamy, this product. Like, it almost feels like it's gonna be really pigmented, but I'm finding that the more I put my finger in it, the more of a dent I'm getting into the product without actually building up the opacity of it. Ooh, Covergirl. These are, I mean, guys, out of everything apart from the Maybelline stuff that I showed you guys that I think is definitely standouts for me at the drugstore, are these palettes by Covergirl. They are called Covergirl True Naked. The one that I ended up getting, which was available, was what is it called? Roses. I actually want to get, they have one that is more of like a golden bronzy type of palette, and I think they have one that I've not actually seen in my store, which has some greens in it. So this is a palette that I think when I got this, it was $14.99. However, this is worth $14.99. This is what this one looks like. As I said, this one is called Roses. The pigmentation on these is, I mean, guys, I just kind of went back and forth. They're very soft, and it picked up, like it picked product up. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. Like, look at that. And this is me having to blend it out a bit because so much came up on that. It is, these are so pigmented. Only thing is that they do have some shades that look like they could be matte in this palette. However, from what I can see, there is not one true, well, maybe one true matte. Let me see if this is, yeah. Oh my God, like even the matte shade in this palette is just intense. It is buttery. It is so pigmented. Like, guys, look at that. Oh my, like one swipe. Like, that is one swipe. I promise you, these are, and there's a lot left on my finger that I can apply. That is like, that is a $20 palette from the drugstore, or even more, dare I say. Like, this is such a beautiful palette. It does come with a, you know, like a, what do you call these things? a sponge applicator, which I don't know, maybe they should have done what this, you know, what Revlon did with this brush, because out of this horrible Revlon Colorstay palette, the only good thing that came out of it is this little brush, because this, you know, it's a decent brush, this little brush. But I probably, in the tutorial that you guys are gonna see, you're probably gonna see a different palette of this, because I'm gonna hunt these down. Like, I need to get the other two that was released with this, but I will definitely say, like, look at that. That is so buttery, pigmented, just such an amazing palette, like such an amazing palette. We are almost on our last product. I almost forgot one thing, but let me show you guys this before I move to that last product. This is another Covergirl product. This one is their True Blend, and this one is a bronzer. And guys, they do have blushes as well that was released. The product in that range that stuck out to me the most is the bronzer, and the package that they come in look like that. And this one is in the shade bronzer. And I mean, it's just, it's absolutely stunning. Now, this is not your type of matte bronzer. This is more of a satiny, so beautiful. Like, it's not completely matte, but I can definitely see this imparting such a beautiful, oh, can you guys see that? It probably matches, like, yeah, it is blending in right with my skin tone, as you guys could see there. But it's such a beautiful product. Like, I don't care that, I don't know what I'll use it for. You guys will definitely see me try it in the tutorial. Hopefully I'll be able to bronze with it or do something with it, but this is so pretty. You can also use it as a highlighter as well. I don't know if you guys could see, like, sort of like a metallicness on it. It's not giving me like a highlighter, but it definitely, I would say, has a satiny texture to it. It is not matte at all, but this is something that I just can't wait to probably put all over my face, because I think this is just going to be such a gorgeous bronzer. Like, if you are, say, light complexion with like a nice yellow undertone, you know, maybe you tan or whatever, this is a beautiful bronzer, and I like it. Last thing, guys, and I cheated with this one product because I will be honest with you, I couldn't help it. It is the Nivea Men Sensitive Skin Cooling Aftershave Balm. I mean, if you guys have not heard about this, where have you been? Seriously. But if not, let me give you the dirt on this product. Okay, so Nikki Tutorials here on YouTube, I guess one day she decided to use her boyfriend's Aftershave Balm as a primer, and it is all the rage right now, and for good reason. I've already filmed my review on this. This will be one of the videos in the, you know, lineup for Drugstore week. And I cannot contain my excitement. And if you guys want to see exactly what I think about this product, I mean, watch the review. But I did pick this up as well, and you guys are gonna see what I think in the review. But that is it, guys. That is all for this drugstore haul. There are definitely so much products that are out there right now. And don't forget to leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. What have you picked up? And these are the things that I thought was very interesting, that, you know, some of the things are bust, as I can see already, and some things are definitely worth the money. And yeah, stay tuned for the tutorial using and testing out these products. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to thumbs up if you did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one.